Okay, kiddies. Back to Uncle Robbie's Science Corner. We're going to take a little bit of a segue from the guitar building right now, and I'm going to teach you a useful and actually kind of profitable skill. Because a penny saved is a penny earned, as Benjamin Franklin said. You know, in this world of, political correctness and, Cory Booker wants everybody to become a vegan so we can save the earth because it's part of the Green New Deal, and, cow farts are killing the environment and we all need to go vegan and, live on bean sprouts and fucking cucumbers, which, I got a good place for him to shove a cucumber. I like steak. I like cheeseburgers. I like pork chops. I like chicken. I love chicken. They're filthy animals. They're all filthy animals, but we eat them because we're the highest on the food chain, so we do that. People tell you all the time, what to do and what you can't do. You can't do this, you can't do that. In New York City, they banned like big sodas because soda's bad for you. And you know what? Soda's bad for you. I really don't drink that much soda. I mean, if I go once a week to the Hess station with my Speedy, well, it used to be called Hess, it's called Speedway now. Use my Speedy Rewards card. I get my big 89-cent, 44-ounce drink, and I take it to practice with me, and that's my big treat for the week, I mean, and usually it goes back into the car and sits in the cup holder. And in the winter, it's great because it just freezes solid or turns into a slushie. And when I get back into the car the next day or a couple of days later, still good. Natural refrigeration. It's a little flat, but hey, never hurt anyone. So if you want to have a Coke and a smile, be my guest. Do it, I mean, it's up to you. There are very few things in this world that you can do to yourself worse than smoking. Okay, Bobby? Bobby, my son, Bobby, quit fucking smoking now or you're going to end up like me. Okay? Because I've been smoking for 35 years and my lung feels great. This one doesn't feel all that great, but this one feels fucking fantastic. Okay? So, I'm not, telling anybody to smoke because you don't want to smoke cigarettes because smoking cigarettes bad, okay? Like Mr. Mackey from freaking South Park, right? But they wanted people to stop smoking, so what did they do? They taxed the cigarettes. I mean, in New York City, a pack of cigarettes now is like 14 freaking bucks. It's unbelievable. When I started smoking, it was 75 cents a pack. Now it's 14 bucks a pack. I mean, that's like freaking getting way ahead of inflation. So anyway, guys, I'm going to teach you how to make 2 cartons of cigarettes, right? For about 37 bucks. All right? No bullshit. Now, there is an initial investment in machinery because the means of production are owned by the individual. And that's capitalism. The means of production are owned by the country. That's not even socialism, that's communism. So anyway, I'm the first thing from a freaking commie you'd ever meet. I talked to a communist once, he's like, communism in its purest form is a beautiful thing. Yeah, it is, but it could never work. Cigarettes just prove that. Cigarettes are the worst things you can do to yourself. Okay, kids? Everybody, right now, repeat after me. For all my friends up in Quebec City, répétez après moi. Cigarettes are the worst thing you could ever do. Say it again. Cigarettes are the worst thing you could ever do. 3rd time's the charm. Cigarettes are the worst thing you could ever do. Safety copy. Cigarettes are the worst things that you could ever do. That being said, I have the freedom to fucking kill myself if I want to. Because you know what? No one can take that away from me. So now, kids, I'm going to teach you how to make cigarettes for less than $2 a pack. Ready to go? Here we go. I'm going to just turn the camera down over here to my Top-O-Matic machine. Okay, so you can see me a little bit and you can see my Top-O-Matic machine. Now, the Top-O-Matic machine's about a $40 investment, okay? You can get it at any goddamn Smoker's Choice. There's my little ashtray. I got Smoker's Choice for about $1. And here's my Bic lighter. I think I got 5 of them at Walmart for, I don't know, $2.99. You go to Walmart, you know, you get these things, just to sit there by the cash register and impulse buy. So anyway, next thing you have to get is a big-ass bag of tobacco. I prefer Ohm Blue. Well, this is blue. They were out of silver. I prefer silver because it's like an ultralight. This is more like a light. And then you got to get some cigarette tubes. Now, these are my favorite ones. These are the Tube Cut Gold 100. Gold, you know, they can't call them lights anymore. Marlboro Lights are now Marlboro Golds, and Marlboro Regulars are Marlboro Reds. You know what? Marlboro Reds are $14 a pack. Dude, these things, about $1.75 a pack. Less, I don't know. This thing costs $35. A bag of this and 2 boxes of these is about $37, okay? So that's 2 cartons of cigarettes for less than $40. So let's see. 400 cigarettes for $40 turns it into how much a cigarette? Let's do the math. I don't know. I won't do the math because they'll tax me. They'll tax me for anything. So here's what you do. You wanna take a handful of tobacco, right? And have it. I'm doing this right now on the same sheet that I did my. I'm still doing the guitar video. I'm just taking a break from it right now. If anybody, when I put this up, it'll probably be, I don't know, a month or 2 from when I put up the first Hip Shot Tremolo video. But I digress. So what you do is you take your tube, you put it on, there's a little like nipple here on the end of the machine. You slide it over there, you put that there, and you crank it down. And there you have 1 freaking cigarette. I'm going to light this and I'm going to show you how quickly you can make a pack of cigarettes. Okay? In the time it takes me to smoke this cigarette, I'm going to put it right here in the ashtray so you can watch it burn. We're doing this in real time. Okay? You know you got to be good at this. I mean, I'm pretty good at this because I've been doing it for years and years and years because I refuse to get gouged by the government. You know, screwed in the ass with the taxes that are on this. And the reason why you can do this so inexpensively is because you are the manufacturer now. You're just buying the components and you're assembling them. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm assembling some cigarettes. And I hope our freaking fascist governor, Mr. Cuomo, who actually I'm agreeing with this week because sometimes they get a little crimped on the end. You just flare them out and stick them back on there. Anyway, our fascist governor, Andrew, is having a little problem with my favorite little girl with the great rack. She's got a great rack, guys. Trust me. She's got a great freaking rack. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or I'll call her A.O.C. or Alex or whatever. I prefer Alex, but anyway. A.O.C. is got her Green New Deal and all that shit. And what does she do? She harasses, and her freaking Democratic Socialist buddies harass Amazon. Now, I know everybody hates Jeff Bezos because he's the freaking, he's the alien, he's the enemy, he's the rich billionaire guy, who freaking is enslaving people. Trust me, 25,000 jobs in New York State would be a great thing. We are dying. We are dying in New York State. They are taxing me to death. 10% every time I take a withdrawal from my freaking 401k savings plan, I gotta pay 10% to New York freaking State. No bullshit. It's deplorable. Anyhow, so A.O.C., who's got a great rack. She's got a great rack. She's still pretty much as dumb as a box of rocks. Okay, I wouldn't say as dumb as a box of rocks, but she's not the sharpest tool in the shed. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. She's not the brightest bulb on the string of Christmas lights. Okay? Another thing that's really bad for you is beer, but what the fuck? I did 2 videos already, so I guess I can sit down, have a cold one, relax, take a notch out of my freaking sphincter. Because I am fighting the tax man, So anyway, so A.O.C. and her commie cronies. They're like, oh, we had a big victory. We got rid of big business out of New York. Well, you know what? Big business has been chased out of New York. And she's like, we made $3 billion. She thinks they made $3 billion. How the fuck did you make $3 billion? Oh, because they didn't have to give the tax incentives to Amazon to come here. Now, I gotta tell you, they shouldn't have been giving freaking Amazon tax incentives to come here anyway, because Amazon wanted to freaking come here, which they really didn't need the tax incentives. So off the top, they could have saved that. But, whatever. You know, you get a bunch of leftists in charge. So you got one set of leftists saying, hey, we want, you don't need more than 10 bullets to kill a deer. And then you get the other one saying, it's a big victory for us today because it's like, say you're ordering 25 pizzas and you have a coupon for $300, okay? And it's like, but I don't have that coupon for $300. I didn't even know what the fuck that tweet meant. I'm sorry, I've been spending way too much time on Twitter now that, I'm not watching my favorite girl on YouTube live stream anymore. It's kind of freaking boring, but... I have to do something with my life. So she's basically saying, we got $3 billion that we can put into the subways or we can put into the, teachers or anything. No, you don't have $3 billion. They gave them $3 billion of tax incentives to move here so they could collect 27 freaking billion dollars in taxes over the next 25 years. You know what, babies? It takes money to make fucking money. I play in a band. I've spent years practicing. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in my amps, my equipment, my instruments. You know what? And I get paid a paltry $100 to show up and play a fucking gig? I'm never gonna break even in this, okay? But, New York State, they gave them $3 billion in tax incentives. It's not like we're handing you $3 billion to come here. They're like, look, we're gonna cut you some slack. We're gonna give you, you're gonna have to pay $3 billion less in taxes. So instead of paying $30 billion in taxes, they would have only paid $27 billion in taxes. God damn it, it pisses me off so much that a girl that hot could have a fucking brain that small when her breasts are fucking so goddamn big. Ugh, drives me nuts, really does. Anyway, guys, my cigarette hasn't burnt out yet, and I said, see, what happens is eventually it gets a little crimp, but you just open it up, and you, continue to press your cigarettes. Because I'm the tax man, these are completely tax-free. I mean, what's a pound of tobacco cost? Really, a pound of tobacco probably costs about 20 cents. This bag, I don't know. It's $26. The boxes of tubes are like less than $5. So it's like, really, for $37, and it comes out to actually less than $37, I can make 2 cartons of cigarettes because of free market enterprise. Because right now, I own the means of production. I am the means of production. And you know what? I can't make these for anyone else but me. Technically, if my son grabs one of these little puppies out of my, that's why you shouldn't smoke, children. Oh, God. Like I said, my lung feels great. If my son grabs one of these out of my center console in my car and smokes it, technically, well, he's not a minor anymore, so I'm not providing a minor with cigarettes. But, and he's not a minor, I mean, he's 19, and I love him. I just saw him tonight for a few minutes, and I wish I could spend more time with him, but the thing is, like, the only time we can spend time together is, like, hanging out in the car. But anyway, so I'm just sitting here smoking a cigarette, explaining to you Like my kid, he was a big, big, big liberal. Like, yeah, we should have free college and this and that. And you know what free college means? It means free. If everybody got free college, like a bachelor's degree for free, it would be like 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th grade. That's all it would mean. It would devalue the value of having a college education. You know what? Not everyone is meant to go to college. I never went to college. I went to trade schools. I went to nursing school. I did go to college. I went to nursing school. Okay? But that's a trade. Okay? Yes, they call it the allied trades. That's what they call it. Or do they? The allied arts and sciences. I don't know whatever the fuck they call it. I play with a bunch of doctors, you know, and I'm the one with the lowest education level. Except for Rob Lipari. He's a drummer, but he's also got a master's degree, and once again, yes, I am the one with the lowest education level. No offense, Rob Lipari. I love you more than anything in the entire world, dude. Fucking me and you are the Terror Twins. The Terror Twins. And if I ever had to take anybody off into space to do a freaking band with, me and you. Mike Cairo died, you know that, guys. Nobody knows who the fuck Mike Cairo is. He was the drummer from the Valley. But me and Mike were a two-piece band. We were called Suppressive Fire, bass and drums, and that's what we did. We stood there in the background. We were like, maneuver, guitar player, go out there, maneuver. And the guitar player could say, notice I haven't finished smoking the cigarette. But, and I'm talking too much, but look at the whole pile of cigarettes I got here. Cigarettes not burning down yet. I got to grab some more tobacco. I'm actually, right now, this is what is it called? The Thunder Round or whatever on the game show. Oop, that one's a dud. It didn't get packed all the way. Throw it away. Well, you can actually smoke them. You just want to make sure that when you're smoking it, when it's in the ashtray, that once it hits the piece of cigarette paper that's not packed, that you make sure it's all the way in the ashtray or falls out and lands on the floor and, like, sets your trash can on fire. Which, kids, let's all be fire safety, trust me. So anyway, I know this is a bit of a rant, but I told you I was going to make cigarettes and show you how to make, dud, packed it too hard. Also, the one problem with this is you got to keep the tobacco fresh. You got to keep your bag sealed. In the summer, it gets really messed up because the tobacco gets too moist because of the relative humidity in the air. In the winter, it's so dry that the shit dries out so fast. Do you leave the bag open? Oh, I'm going to shut it right now. You want to take the bag, you want to fold it over, you want to squeeze all that air out as much as you can. Seal that Ziploc right there, and now you got that nice sealed up. Ready for your next batch of freaking cancer. And kids, remember, cigarettes do cause cancer. I'm going to die of cancer. And, well, I'm not going to die of cancer. When they tell me I have cancer, I'm either going to die from, I don't know, freezing to death in the woods if it's winter. If it's not winter and they tell me I got cancer, I don't know. Fucking, I'm punching my own ticket. Let's just put it that way. Because I refuse to sit there and lose my goddamn hair. Okay? Really. And everybody's, well, why don't you just stop smoking? I'm like, you know, it's too late for me. I don't want to get old anyway. I really don't want to get old. 50 fucking 2. Never thought I was going to live this long. Cigarette's still going. And that's the great thing about this. There's no accelerant in this tobacco. You buy a pack of Marlboros, that shit's all got accelerant in it. It's all got freaking Freon. I mean, you should see what they put in regular cigarettes. This is nothing but tobacco. And, or so I've been told. The ingredients in this is just tobacco. They take the tobacco out of the ground. They don't chemically process. They just shred it up and fucking chuck it in the bag. Not bad tobacco. The only problem when you're able to make this many cigarettes on your own is you smoke a lot of fucking cigarettes. And that's why I'm going to die. You know? So, yeah, taxing them to death. Oh, it's gonna help people's health. Yeah, it is. They can't afford to smoke anymore, and it'll stop it. But you know what? Fuck the government, because you know what the government wants us to be? Fucking slaves. And I refuse to be a slave to fucking a bunch of assholes like A.O.C. and Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump and fucking Andrew Cuomo and fucking Mike Pence and all them fucking shitheads. You know, they suck. They want to take away your guns so you can't uprise and overthrow the government. No, they want to disarm you. Let's disarm the general populace. This way we can do anything we want. This way, when we come to your house and say, hey, like they did in Russia, you know, hey, are you a Christian? Are you on this list? We're going to give you a trial. Oh, we think you did something wrong. So they take you in a fucking basement and they machine gun you to death. I saw a great movie about it. Really. Or they do like the Nazis do and say, hey, all you Jews, we don't like you, get on a fucking train. Could you imagine if 6 million Jews had all had a fucking AR-15 or whatever at the time? If they all had the civilian version of a Schmeiser MP40, the Nazis would have never stood a fucking chance. But what did Hitler do? He fucking took away everybody's guns in the 30s. That's what he did. So anyway, still got my cigarette burning here. Rob smokes a cigarette with you and makes, you know what? This cigarette's about to go out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this one up. I'm going to do, the Thunder Round. That's what this is. Thunder Round. Yeah, Thunder Round. Let's see how many more I can make before I shake it off and fucking, God, I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. I got to stop doing Twitter. I wish Sienna would let me back on her fucking live stream. At least then I could just sit there and be like, yeah, well, I'm just such an obsessed fan of anything I do, you know. That's my problem. So I've been doing little things every day to improve myself. Okay, so I've smoked it down to that. Now Dennis Leary would say, but you got to smoke it down in a filter because that's where they keep the heroin and shit, you know. No, they don't, because I made these myself. I know exactly what went into them. Tobacco. Little bit of paper, and that's it. Now let's do the count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get ready for action, Thunderbirds. I don't know if you're my age, you remember that little show, Super Marionettes. What was I at? Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and I have a little pack of little plastic hard pack. You can get them at Smoker's Choice. They're like $2 that I put 20 cigarettes in. So there's one pack. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 5 stringers. So, what have I done here, children? I've made 2.25 packs of cigarettes in the time it took me to smoke one fucking cigarette for, I don't know, less than $4, a little over $3, whatever. Anyway, stop the government tyranny, okay? This is bullshit. Stand up, rise up, fuck resist, rise up, pick a side. Get ready to fucking battle it out, because you know what? When it comes down to fisticuffs and fighting in the street with our children on our feet and the morals that we worship are all gone, the men who spurred us on sit in judgment of our own, then let me tell you, we're all going to find some freaking common ground. It's going to be called fucking starvation. It's going to be called survival of the freaking fittest, baby. Anyway, I love you all. And thanks for letting me have this little rant, because I've just been on Twitter for so long. And, you know, hearing everybody piss and moan and fucking complain about what one side is doing, what the other side is doing. And it's like, Jesus freaking Christ. Brothers and sisters, can't we all just get along? Thank you, Mr. King. Anyway, good night. Keep on rocking the free world. Mwah.